Hello everyone! Today we're tackling a question that's on everyone's mind market. Is Vancouver truly as expensive as its reputation suggests, especially as we look ahead to 2026? We're going to dive deep, beyond just the usual housing and grocery costs, into all the expected expenses, and more importantly, the hidden ones you might not even know are coming. By the end of this video, you'll have a crystal clear picture of what you need to budget for, plan for, and ultimately whether living in Vancouver in 2026 is within your reach. Stay with me because I'm sharing details you simply won't find anywhere else. If you're looking to buy property in this evolving market, don't hesitate to call or text me immediately after this video. Let's jump right into the details of the cost of living in Vancouver, fully updated for 2026. Housing owns the biggest piece of the pie. Housing, whether you're renting or owning, is typically the largest expense you'll face here. It can range from about 20% of your income to, for some, nearly 50%. The good news for 2026 is that we've seen a shift. Ownership prices peaked around 2022 and rents followed suit around 2023 or 2024. We're actually starting to see some savings now. Rental market overview 2026 data from Zumper. Overall trend: rents are down about 16.5% from their peak a couple of years ago. The average rent in the city of Vancouver is $2,750, down 8% in the last year. One-bedroom apartments, City of Vancouver, $2,362. Downtown Vancouver expect to pay about $250 more, around $2,600. Surrey, a more budget-friendly option at $1,200, offering a significant saving of about $900 a month compared to Vancouver. Two-bedroom apartments, City of Vancouver, $3,247 a month. Downtown Vancouver, substantially more at $3,700 a month. Savings save approximately $1,500 a month, with prices around $2,212. Three-bedroom apartment City of Vancouver, just under $4,000 a month, at $3,970. Downtown Vancouver, this is where the lack of family homes is most evident. You're looking at $5,500 a month, serving a much more accessible $2,925. Four-bedroom apartments or houses, typically detached houses. City of Vancouver, $4,700 a month. Downtown Vancouver data is scarce as four-bedroom rentals are extremely rare. Surrey, $3,800 a month, a saving of about $900 compared to Vancouver. Moving further out to areas like Surrey can offer substantial savings, though it may mean a longer commute. The region offers a spectrum, with downtown Vancouver being the most expensive and areas further out providing more affordability, often at a cost of walkability and density. Home ownership, a shifting landscape, 2026 data. Let's talk about buying a home. The Greater Vancouver Real Estate Board reports a typical home price of just over $1.1 million, a 5.7% decline in the last year, and nearly 16% of the peak prices of spring 2022, which reached over $1.25 million. But what's truly significant is the change in monthly expenses due to falling interest rates. A year ago, interest rates were around 5.71%. Today, you can find a 5-year mortgage just under 4%, typically 3.7% to 3.85%. Let's compare monthly mortgage costs: 20% down, 25-year amortization. Greater Vancouver typical home, $1.1 million. Today, 4% interest, $5,562 a month. A year ago, 5.71% interest, $6,172 a month. Savings a huge $1,410 a month, or 25%, a massive increase in affordability. This trend holds true across different property types and locations. Vancouver type of house, $2.3 million, down 10.7% in the last year, 15% off peak. June 2024, $2,657,400. Today, 4% interest, $9,673 a month. A year ago, 5.71% interest, $12,878 a month. Savings an incredible $3,205 a month, a 33% discount. Vancouver townhouses $1,053,600, down 6.1% in the last year, 7.5% off peak. Spring 2022, Vancouver condos $738,500, down 5.2%, 11% off peak. Spring 2022. Surrey typical just under 1.4 million, down 7.9% in the last year, a significant 29% off peak, March 2022, almost 1.8 million. Surrey townhouses $767,300, down 7.1%, 25% off peak. Spring 2022, $960,200. Surrey condos just under $500,000, down 9.1%, 20% off peak. Spring 2022, almost $600,000. Today, $2,197 a month. A year ago, 5.71% interest, $3,367 a month. Savings $770 a month, or 30%. The market is seeing increased affordability and more choice for buyers. While prices are still high, the substantial improvement in just the last year is a key takeaway. If you're ready to make a move and find a home that fits your budget, reach out anytime. Hidden costs of ownership: strata fees and property taxes. If you're buying a Strata Property Pro townhouse, some big tickets, you'll encounter strata fees. These cover maintenance and common area costs, typically ranging from 50 cents to $1.20 per square foot monthly. A one-bedroom might see fees from $300 to $600, and a two-bedroom from $400 to almost $1,000, depending on the building's age, amenities, and reserve fund health. Be aware of assessment costs, which are additional unexpected payments for large repairs if the contingency fund is insufficient. This is common. Properties like cars need ongoing maintenance. A good real estate agent can help you understand and budget for these. Property taxes in Metro Vancouver are relatively low compared to many other North American cities, but they vary across the 21 municipalities. Rates range from about 0.31% Vancouver, Surrey, to 0.5% Delta, New West, though areas with higher rates often have lower property values, making it somewhat of a wash. For a typical $2 million home, expect to pay $6,000 to $8,000 annually. Utilities and internet income. Compared to many places in North America and globally, Vancouver's utility costs are quite low and regulated, meaning less volatility. Electricity or power comes predominantly from hydroelectric dams, making it clean and cheap. At about 11.4 cents per kilowatt hour, it's cheaper than Toronto 14.1 cents and drastically less than Calgary 25.8 cents. A 2,500 square feet home with 6 people pays $100 to $150 a month. Condos with better insulation and shared heating can see bills as low as $15 to $20. Natural gas respout also relatively inexpensive due to local supply. A typical bill is $116 a month BC, but this fluctuates significantly. A bill with gas furnace, hot water, 2 stoves and 2 fireplaces can hit $200 to $250 in winter and drop to a minimal $20 in summer. Internet provided by Telus, Rogers, and various smaller providers. Costs range from $30 a month for basic service to around $100 for higher speeds and data, similar to other parts of Canada. Groceries and food a wide spectrum. This is highly subjective. A single person could spend $250 to $500 a month comfortably, but the sky's the limit depending on your choices, i.e., $18 loaf of bread. For a family of 4, expect around $1,700 a month. A family of 6 with active children can spend between $4,100 and $2,000 monthly. Vancouver actually offers some cost savings on groceries. Our dense population supports large chains, and we're surrounded by rich agricultural regions Sastro Valley, Okanagan, and close to Washington State and California, ensuring access to relatively affordable fresh produce year-round. Eating Out Vancouver boasts diverse culinary options. Cheap Eats Pizza by the slice, sushi fast food will run you about $15 to $20 per person per meal. Mid-range casual vices like Cactus Club or Earl's might cost $30 to $40 per person. Fine dining at establishments like Vic or Tojo expect $60 to $100 per person, easily increasing with drinks and multiple courses. Your budget here depends entirely on your lifestyle and preferences. Transportation a key decision point. Transportation is often the second largest expense after housing. Car ownership insurance. British Columbia's typical annual insurance is $1,775, about $150 per month, which is middle of the pack for Canada. It's cheaper than Alberta $3,151 or Ontario $2,299, but more expensive than Quebec $112. Gasoline significantly more expensive in Vancouver, about 25% higher than the rest of Canada. This high gas cost, combined with cheap electricity, is why EV adoption is so strong here. Alternative transportation manghao. Many Vancouverites choose not to own a car, especially in the city center. About 15% of Vancouver households don't have vehicle access, and 42% of commuters use alternatives. Public transit senior Homendi Katabangbo. Our system is excellent with SkyTrain, buses, SeaBus, and the West Coast Express. Fares are zone-based. One zone pass, $112 a month. Two zone pass, $150 a month. Three zone pass, $200 a month. West Coast Express Rail from suburbs to downtown, $200 to $400 per month, depending on zones. Ride, car, bike, scooter share, ride share, Lyft, taxi variable cost. Unlocking for $1.85, then 50 cents per minute, $18 per hour, or $105 per day. A popular option for occasional car use, saving on ownership cost. Bike share $1 to unlock, 30 cents per minute, or monthly or annual passes for unlimited rides, $50 per month for 30-minute rides, $169 per year for 60-minute rides. Scooter share $1 $1.15 to unlock, 39 cents per minute, growing in availability. Walking Vancouver is Canada's most densely populated city and North America's fourth. Many central neighborhoods, Browntown, West End, Yaletown, Olympic Village, are highly walkable, making walking a primary mode of transport for many. Healthcare, what's covered, what's not. Canada's healthcare system is tax-funded. Basic medical care, emergency visits, doctor appointments is covered in British Columbia, providing immense relief from nasty bills for essential services. However, dental care, most prescriptions, and vision care are generally not covered by the basic plan. Many employers offer extended medical plans that do cover these, often with caps or co-pays. If your job doesn't provide this, budget for these out-of-pocket costs, as they can be substantial, especially for families. Childcare and education significant family expenses. For families, these are major costs. They get extremely challenging to find spots and expensive, ranging from $1,000 to $2,000 a month per child. The provincial $10 a day daycare program is expanding, but securing a spot is fiercely competitive, often requiring applications to dozens of facilities. Public schools funded by taxes, so no direct tuition. You cover supplies, school trips, and other small fees. Vancouver's public school system is excellent. Private school isn't necessary for a quality education. Private school tuition ranges from $10,000 to $35,000 a year for domestic students example. Little Flower Academy, Vancouver College, St. George's, Crofton House. For international burden students, it can reach almost $100,000 a year. University tuition UBC, BCI domestic students, $6,000 to $10,000 a year, depending on the program. International students, $50,000 to $65,000 a year. Hidden family expenses after school programs, tutoring, and organized sports can be very expensive. Hockey and lacrosse, for example, can cost $1,300 annually plus equipment. Soccer might be $600 to $800. Spots in these programs are also competitive due to high demand. Hidden costs and gotchas. Parking if renting confirmed with parking is included. Street parking is scarce and expensive in dense areas. Parking tickets are a significant and frequent revenue source for the city. Be vigilant. Rental deposits expect to pay 1 month's rent upfront, half a month for security, half a month for a pet deposit if applicable, plus the first month's rent. So effectively 2 months rent to move in. Move-in fees common in condo buildings, whether renting or buying. Utilities in rentals, always clarify if utilities are included in the rent. Not including them can add $100 to $200 monthly. Exploration budget. Vancouver's appeal includes its natural surroundings. Budget for trips to the Okanagan, Vancouver Island, or the Sunshine Coast. Ski passes for local mountains, more Grouse, Cypress, or Whistler are also a significant expense. $90 to $146 for a day pass. $399 to $1,700 for a season pass. Rain lifestyle tax. Vancouver's wet climate means investing in quality rain gear, pads, boots, pants is a common, often expensive, necessity for staying warm and dry. Vancouverites tend to prioritize functional, casual outdoor wear over high fashion. Taxes, a detailed breakdown. Understanding the various taxes is crucial for budgeting. Sales tax, GST, and PIMHOF a combined 12%, 5% federal GST, 7% provincial PIT on most goods and services. Exemptions include basic groceries, books, kids' clothes, bikes, and medications. PSD is expanding to more services, including certain construction-related services and commercial real estate, starting in October. Luxury and sin taxes, alcohol 15%, cigarettes 32.5 cents per cigarette plus 7% PSD, hotels 20%, contributing to high accommodation costs. Cars tax based on value, whether bought from a dealer or privately. Dealer budgets 7% on cars under $55,000, 9% for $57,000 $125,000, 15% for $125,000 to $150,000, 20% over $150,000. Private purchase 12% under $125,000, 15% for $125,000 to $150,000, 20% over $150,000. Property transfer tax (PTT), a provincial tax on home purchases. 1% on the first $200,000, 2% from $200,000 to $2 million, 3% from $2 million to $3 million, 5% over $3 million. Note, this is a single provincial tax, unlike other cities with multiple property purchase taxes. GST applies only to new properties. Foreign buyer tax, an additional 20% provincial tax for foreign buyers on a work permit. Flipping tax, a tax on profits from property sales within 2 years of purchase. 20% on profits if sold within the first year, declining incrementally to 0% after 2 years. Lifestyle and entertainment tailored to your budget. This category is highly flexible. Gym memberships $20 a month for basic gyms Anytime Fit Town, up to $200 for specialized studios yoga, CrossFit. Ski passes day passes range from $90 to $146 for local mountains R's to $195 to $295 for Whistler. Free book is cheer. Season passes roam from $399 early to nearly $1,700. Concert tickets $20 for smaller venues to $1,000 plus for major acts at BC Place. Vancouver hosts a great variety of musical talent. Sports tickets Vancouver Canucks NHL $100 to $300 plus $5, with higher prices for popular games. Vancouver Whitecaps email 30 to 80 plus bars, depending on the opponent and playoff status. BC Lions Moho CFL Suikobi Ace around $20, a very affordable option. Vancouver Warriors NLL's Fast Switch around $25, often cited as one of the best entertainment values in the city due to the exciting sport and atmosphere. Summary of Vancouver's cost of living in 2026. Vancouver remains an expensive city, especially when compared to many other places globally. However, the most significant shift for 2026 is in the housing market. After years of relentless increases, both rental and ownership costs have seen substantial declines from their peaks in 2022 to 2024. This, combined with lower interest rates for homeowners, means that while Vancouver isn't cheap, it has become significantly more affordable than it was just a couple of years ago, with a noticeable return of value to the market. Other costs, like utilities, are relatively low, while food, transportation, and lifestyle expenses offer a wide range depending on individual choices and preferences. Healthcare provides a safety net for basic needs, but requires budgeting for dental, vision, and prescriptions. Childcare and education remain substantial costs for families, and various hidden taxes and lifestyle taxes add to the overall picture. Understanding these nuances is key to successfully budgeting for life in this beautiful, dynamic city. If you're seriously considering a move to Vancouver, figuring out the right neighborhood, and finding a home that fits your budget and lifestyle, I'm here to help. I've guided many individuals and families through this process. My contact information is in the description or scan a QR code. Call or text me if you want to sell or buy a property. I look forward to hearing from you.